tower defense and strategy games are often few and far between on the Switch, so it's always exciting to have the opportunity to review a hybrid of both genres in the form of Monarchy, a side-scrolling, kingdom-building, tower defense game with a minimalist vibe. What's it like? Saddle up, get your coin purse, and prepare to throw money at all your problems as we review Monarchy on Nintendo Switch. Normally, this is a part of the video where I'd ask you to like and subscribe, but instead I wanted to talk about Movember. What's It Like is throwing its support behind my good friend Archie, who is leading the charge for Movember, which aims to take on mental health issues, suicide, prostate cancer, and testicular cancer. If you would like to know more or want to donate to his campaign, click on the card that's just popped up on your video. Now, let's get back to it. Monarchy is a unique game in which you play a horsebound leader whose job it is to establish your own kingdom in a land full of bandits and strife. There's not a lot to the story, but I feel like Monarchy probably wouldn't have thrived with one. Instead, it opts to keep things simple and straightforward. Build a base, progress through tech trees, and defeat the bad guys. You can also play the game in co-op if you feel like, having another monarch to help you build your empire, but unfortunately, I was unable to test that out during this review. When it comes to building your kingdom, you do this by finding a clearing and spending a coin to build a camp. This then expands to paying a wagon driver a coin to bring you more coins or more people to help populate your village. These people will then be assigned jobs depending on what you build. If you make a workshop and build hammers, your villagers will pick them up and start working as builders. The same goes for archers, swordsmen, and farmers. It's all rather simplistic in approach, yet still delightfully charming in its own way. And so begins your game of throwing money at problems and having other people fix them. Isn't that the dream? You can throw coins at trees to chop them down and expand your territory, throw coins at hermits living in trees to come join your cause, and throw coins at caves to have people mine them for even more coins. Unfortunately, there's just not a lot of direction given, which may throw off some budding royals, and at times I often found myself at a loss as to what I should be doing apart from throwing coins at problems, and more often than not, losing the level because bad guys burnt my tent despite having archers, fences, and even catapults set up in defense. This lack of direction really took away from the beautiful simplicity of the gameplay, and eventually the charm just wears off. What won't wear off though is a gorgeous 2D artwork and presentation of Monarchy, which manages to do so much while sticking to its minimalistic vibe. Your character and horse are well animated, the landscapes are gorgeous, and the style just suits the game really well. While it may not come across in the video footage of this review, the art style creates a feeling of being wrapped in a storybook. Seasons and time progress throughout the game as well, but as the interface is a little bit on the light side, you really just have to gauge when night falls by guessing, because if you're deep in the forest, you'll have no idea what time of day it is or when the bandits will descend on your camp. I guess this is the big issue with Monarchy. In its effort to be simplistic, it doesn't really do anything to guide you through the game or even help you out in any way, making gameplay a trial and error affair. You can even play the game perfectly, establishing great defenses and armies, only to be in the forest and getting a game over screen. As a matter of fact, nearly all of my failures took place when I was most immersed in the exploration aspect of the game. And Monarchy really gets in its own way by not allowing you to enjoy the game or be lost in the beautiful visuals. If you stay at your base, you really won't progress. But if you leave the base, you'll probably fail no matter how advanced you think you are. This could easily be resolved with a warning or an in-game clock to let you know it's time to head home. Alas, there just isn't one. And all of these issues are a shame because there's a lot going on for Monarchy, but it's not there to be enjoyed. For my royals looking into accessibility options, there are no specific options to speak of, so as always, I recommend further research into whether Monarchy suits your needs. At $22 Australian, Monarchy is a decent valued for money game. It only has 4 scenarios, but they could provide hours of gameplay or frustrations depending on how you go. The concept is great on paper, the presentation is nice, but more often than not, you'll most likely be frustrated by the lack of guidance, indicators, and general direction when trying to build your own kingdom. So, what's it like? Monarchy is like kingdoms, with a splash of cash. I award it a 66 out of 100. In the interest of full disclosure, a review copy was provided by the publisher, but this doesn't influence my score. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. The best way that you can support What's It Like is by liking and subscribing. And for the month of November, I'm donating all my channel earnings to my good friend Archie's Movember campaign. So if you've just watched this video, you're already doing your part.